So it's happened. I've got the ass squirts. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I've already had 3 waterfalls come out of me bum. And maybe it's that, maybe that's contributing to it, but I've definitely woken up with a bit of a sense of foreboding this morning. A bit of a sense of like, ooh, can I really make this work? And I think it's financial. My main channel, this one, which is the only one I earn money off, has done really badly since I've come out to Mexico. I don't think I've had a video over 5,000 views. But then just in saying that, it is a bit ridiculous, because actually, you know, bad videos used to get 2,000 views, so actually I should be celebrating, you know. But my lowest number is now 5,000. But it basically means since I've been out here, I've earned like $13 a day, and I've spent about $50 a day. So obviously there's a bit of insecurity there. But then there's just also, you know, just this lesson in trust. Like, I've just got to trust. I've got 2 other channels which have definitely hit the targets. I'm just waiting for YouTube Studio to catch up. It doesn't log all the hours for, you know, a week after. So soon I'll have 3 monetized channels. But yeah, if I'm honest, and it's not Mexico, it's, you know, I used to feel like this in England too. It's this morning feeling of like, another day, and I do another day. And then once I get into the day, like, I enjoy it, sort of. But yeah, just this morning of like, the idea of getting on that bike and being in the heat and, you know, going to the beach, which I'm not even really that bothered about. But anyway, today we are going to go to the beach. It's open at 8 o'clock. I don't really understand why it closes. Maybe the tide comes in. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Maybe it's dangerous. But it does seem strange for a beach to close at night and not open till 8 in the morning. It's 6:30 now. I'm wondering, you know, if I wait till 8, it's going to be hot by 9. So I'm wondering if I go a bit earlier, are they really going to have army on the gates like they did last night in the morning? Who's ridiculous enough to go to the beach early in the morning except me? And then we're also going to confront my scammer. We're going to go to a fruit shop and have it out with a man that charged me twice. I still think it was a genuine mistake, but we'll find out. And yes, I'll record it. I've been asking the question, am I on the outskirts of Tulum? Is there a beautiful bit? Or am I seeing Tulum? And I think the answer is yes, I am. You know, I've cycled around a lot of Tulum now. And, you know, this is what I find with, you know, like in Thailand, they would have teak houses, like the old houses would be amazing. So I'm talking about architecture now. But anything built new would be like this, you know, just ugly concrete squares. And so far that is all I've seen. I don't quite get the whole, oh, Tulum thing, Tulum. Now, okay, I haven't seen the beach yet, maybe that's what it is. But for me, and again, this isn't a Mexico thing, it's just a city thing, I don't like cities. I don't like concrete. You know, everything that they do offer, which is basically, you know, hedonistic behavior and people and socializing and busyness, isn't for me. So yeah, there's definitely this sense that I need to get to nature soon. But then also, it's like I don't want to just fly straight to Chiapas. I want to see all the places. Oh yeah, thanks to everyone in the comments that is recommending places. I am writing them all down. So yeah, really appreciate that. But yeah, I just think architecture is so important. It makes such a difference to how you feel, which is why we've seen this move to brutalism in the West, because they want you all to be depressed and in fear where they can control you. But if you think about like walking around somewhere like York or Durham, you know, these fantastic old buildings that are just stunning, you know, it makes you feel inspired. And I find there isn't much of that out here. You know, it's all very practical and, you know, understandably so. But it's very much like, yeah, we need to put up this square concrete block to live in or to blast music out of. And there isn't really much else. And it's not a criticism, it's just a noticing of reality. But then there's the odd building, like you see that one over there in the distance with the like thatch roof, you know, like old school Mexican buildings, old school Thai buildings, stunning. But they don't make them like that anymore. And yeah, everything's so expensive, like just water costs me like $3 a day. And there's a realisation that when I run out of the papers that I bought from England, which luckily I bought a lot, about, I don't know, 20 packs. Because I kind of knew that it might be an issue getting hold of them, but they're going to be, I bet they're $2 a pack. I don't know, I'm guessing, but I bet I bet they're more than $1 a pack compared to the 33 pence I used to pay in England. You know, not having a B&M bargains or a Lidl, it makes such a difference. Like if I want a snack, it's $1.50 minimum. Whereas I used to eat a pack of peanuts every night from Lidl for 59 pence. So I found out why there's security and why it's closed at certain times. You have to pay to go to a beach. I'm probably only going to be there for 20 minutes. Like, I'm not even into beaches. Oh, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know how much it is. I suppose I should find out how much it is first. And you're not allowed to take plastic bottles as well, which I understand. I think it's good because, you know, people are scum and they'll just leave it there. I don't know if I can cope without water. And I've just seen how ridiculous my ears look. Alright, let's go and find out how much it is. Woohoo! 450 marks. Sorry guys, we're not going to the beach. So yeah, I think we can safely say Tulum is a damp squib. It's a city, so it's not for me. The one thing I did want to kind of see, but not really. Oh, I definitely want to see it, but I didn't really want to spend time on it because you just sat in hotness. Was the beach, and it's like $25. But, so I thought, okay, these ears are ridiculous. I thought, okay, let's go and confront my scammer. Let's go to the fruit shop. So I went on my banking app to get the name of a fruit shop, and he is refunded 121. I just said marks, and it's not marks, Mexican pesos. What a great man. What a great country this is. So honest. Wow. Maybe I'm in for a shock. Maybe I'm being naive. Maybe I'm going to get mugged soon, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I just see really friendly Mexican people. But they do want to charge rather a lot to go to the bloody beach. So I'm glad to see that there's no music allowed at the beach. But unfortunately, I can't take me blooming raccoon, so we're definitely not going. See, I'm just blown away by the fact that it's just refunded that without me even going back. I'm not sure I'd even do that now. But, right, I've just looked on maps and there's a beach about 5 or 10 minutes away that says public beach. So we'll see if we're allowed on that without being extorted. Okay, it's looking good. That looks like it. Yeah, that is a beach, I can see it. And there's no security, so we are going to get to the beach. Can you see that massive bird up there? Let me try and zoom in. Is it an albatross? What is it? Amazing. Oh, bloody zoom, I give up. It's the only thing that's rubbish about this camera. So we're on a beach. Look at all these butterflies. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the camera, but there's loads of them. They obviously like seaweed. Can you see them? But yes, you can see why they don't really charge for this one. It's not much of a beach. And here's some chairs for guests only. So let's see how long we can last in one of these without being kicked out. Chilling. Wow, it just did a... can you see it? Can you see that bird? Let me try and... Okay, here's another one. It's very hard to see if I... Oh yeah, there it is, there it is, there it is. So I don't think you're going to be able to see much, but I'm wondering if it's, I might say this wrong, a conqueror. It's definitely a bird of prey. And again, I'm probably saying it wrong, I can't really remember. But a conqueror is another animal that comes up a lot in peyote ceremonies. It's all about symbolism and animals from this culture, because that's where the peyote cactus is from. So yeah, I spent many years eating peyote and singing about the... Oh, is it conqueror? I think it's conqueror. So yeah, if it is one, it's very cool to see one. Okay, so conquerors don't exist. Google has no idea what it is. But I've just found this. I think this might be what we've just seen. A Corey's shearwater. And it did dive down into the water to catch some prey. So I've been here for about 15 minutes and... Yeah, it's interesting because in woodlands in England I can sit for about an hour with, you know, just in stillness with nothing to do. But I don't know if it's, I think it's partly the sun coming up off the sand into my eyes. Maybe I should just get some sunglasses. But I'm determined not to because they're, well, essentially they're for retards. They're for people who don't want to let the light in. Who don't want their body to know where they are. Very disconnected people. Sorry, because I realise 95% of you wear sunglasses, but I could just be a shiny YouTuber that says what you all want to hear. But I'm not going to. I'm going to say the truth and what I think, because it's my channel. So like it or lump it. I don't really see any Mexicans wearing them, so it does show that you can acclimatise, that sunglasses are completely unnecessary and the body will acclimatise to whatever environment it's in, because the body is amazing if you let it be and you don't poison yourself with chemicals like sunscreen and antiperspirant and use stupid things like sunglasses. Resisting the world, I'm resisting the world. Well, good luck with that, because you're in it, mate. If you live in resistance, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get sent back here. The old reincarnation trap. That you don't surrender to in this lifetime, you'll be sent back until you do. Until you become enlightened. And I'm not saying I'm enlightened. I'm sure I've got many more lifetimes on this stupid floating flat rock. Oh my God, he said it's flat. Unsubscribe quick. Unsubscribe quick. My cognitive dissonance can't cope. Diving, it's diving. Can you see it? It just took a dive. Did it catch a fishy? Well, I can't see with my eyes, and I doubt you can see on the camera. But what a fabulous bird that is. Soaring through the sky. So it's 9:35. I've set myself, so I've been here for, let's say, 15 minutes. I've set myself a challenge to sit here till 10 o'clock, which isn't really a challenge. It's easy. But you know, as much as I'm like, I'm bored and hot, and maybe I'll leave. Like, what am I gonna go and do? Go and sit in my air-conditioned concrete bunker and edit YouTube videos? So I lied. I didn't actually sit till 10 o'clock. I realised that this was a great place to record a video for my shadow work, psychology, spiritual channel. So that's what I've just done. So actually we'll sit down for another 10 minutes, and then we're going to take a bike ride down there and see what we see. Oh no. Am I pointing at the sea? Oh no. Wow. Oh, the camera's gone crazy. Alright, we're going to have a bike ride down there, not into the sea. Yeah, you might have been thinking I'd totally lost it. But no, we are going to stick to the road for a bike ride. So I've rode for about 5 minutes, and it's nothing but hotels. And drugstores, of course, as always in these places. They love selling the pharmaceuticals, whatever you want. Valium, yep, no problem. All good. It's almost 10 in the morning. I'm worried that my hands are going to get burnt if I'm cycling about at midday. So I can already feel them kind of stinging a bit. So yeah, I think it's time to go back to the bunker. I am so glad to say I'm back at the bunker. It's only 10:30. It's already so hot. I cannot wait to get into that cold shower. And honestly, half of the journey was in the shade, like it really wasn't that bad. Cycling, I mean, this bike has been an absolute winner. I'm so glad I did it. But cycling in Mexico is pretty hard work. Can you see that? Maps will no longer keep your screen on to allow your phone to cool down. One for the ladies and the gays. Ooh la la. Oh. Look at this. Whoa, what hunks of masculinity. I've got 3. If you want to see your guys, then it's, what's it called? English refugee, English_refugee.
English refugee. Yo, let me look it up.
You too, guys. Yeah, with an underscore in between.
English _refugee.
Yeah, this video will be posted in 2 days.
Yeah?
Amazing.
Nice.
How
often do you post, bro?
Every day.
Every day? Oh, you're an everyday vlogger.
I've got 3 channels, so I do about 4 or 5 videos a day, yeah.
Whoa.
You have Instagram?
Too much for me, mate. YouTube's more than enough. It's already 5 or 6 hours of my day. You Americans? Canadian, right. Do you feel safe in, I mean, obviously with those guns you're going to feel safe anywhere, but do you feel safe in Mexico?
Physically, none of their wallets, though. Yeah.
Say again?
Physically, but none of their wallets.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I...
Prints left and right.
Really? Oh, as in, like, it's expensive and... Yeah. But, like, what our governments tell us about Mexico and how dangerous it is, I just think that's bollocks.
It's good bad areas, though.
Yeah, I think if you, like, go to the slums, I might not be walking that way.
Yeah, sure.
Right here, meet nice people like you.
Thanks for sharing your experience, guys.
Pleasure.
Cheers. It'll be interesting to see how those lads react to a channel, won't it? I think Canada is probably the most brainwashed country in the world, like just a country of libtards. So we'll see if we get a comment from them. They were very sexy, weren't they? Not really my type, to be honest. I like a scrawny twink. Not that I partake in any of that anymore, but I just think sex is futile. Anyway. It smokes some natural tobacco. I've just realised how expensive this is, like, compared to the cigarettes. It's more expensive to buy rolling tobacco out here than it is cigarettes. I think I'm just going to have to stop smoking, especially when it comes to, like, running out of my filters and my papers. Like, how much are they going to be out here? It's just going to be obscene. So I think I might just have to stop smoking. So I might as well enjoy it for now. So, here we go. Coffee and cigarette time. So we've skipped ahead a few hours. I've just had 4 hours of just nightmare YouTube antics, but I just want to show you this sunset. Yeah, I've been editing videos for the last 4 hours and 2 of them are being copyrighted and another one's being unmonetized. I'm just trying to get around all that. But anyway, what a beautiful sunset. And I've just realised that I'm leaving Tulum tomorrow and I've made no plans at all. You know, I kind of had it in my head that I was here for ages, but it goes fast. Somebody recommended in the comments a lake beginning with C, Lake Braga or something, not saying that right at all, where there's a spiritual community, or there's a lot of spiritual community there, and it's just a, let's get that background. It's just a really beautiful place. Now, spiritual communities often mean libtards. There's going to be a lot of libtards there for sure. But, you know, it also means beautiful stuff. I'm past, you know, wanting to do spiritual events and stuff. I did that non-stop for 10 years, and I ran a centre for 3 years doing all that stuff. And I've got quite a lot of projections on it after essentially getting rejected by the spiritual community in many ways, and also failing as a businessman in the spiritual community. So yeah, we'll see how I get on there. But yeah, I better see if there's a bus and make some plans. Also, I've just checked my buy me a coffee, and oh my goodness, I'm blown away. Like, there's like 6 donations on there since my last shout out. I just can't believe how generous you guys are. What a relief. What a relief, especially after the afternoon I've just had of all these videos getting demonetized and copyrighted and all this nonsense. I was really starting to panic. And then, as always, God, universe is just like, trust me. Trust that if you are, you know, living your purpose and speaking truth and sharing what needs to be shared, that you will be supported, and he's doing it through you guys. So you will get your shout outs maybe later in this video, or certainly in the next one. But yeah, thank you so much. Like, wow. After all that stress of YouTube, I got my weed baggie out of a bin that is empty. And like just scraped out the crystals from the bottom. So I'm basically smoking a cigarette, but it has got a tiny at least bit of green taste to it. And by living my purpose and sharing what I'm supposed to be sharing, what I mean is authenticity. You know, I think it's so powerful to share vulnerability, to share authenticity. I feel like I do that more, or certainly more on this channel, and then more truth that's needed. I don't know why I did that, because it is true. On this channel, less so on this one, but I think this one is important too, because it's, one, showing people that this is possible if they are able to do it, if it is right for them. And also just being authentic, you know, I just think that's so important. I just know it's important, it's not even think, like it's just so important, and that's what I'm dedicating my life to. So thank you for seeing that, thank you. And my other purpose is shadow work and men's work, again, mostly spoken about on this channel. But this men's group that I'm running is incredible. Like, it's all the men in it are having huge breakthroughs, and one of them, not one of them in particular, they're all having breakthroughs, but one of them is reaching out to me a lot and, you know, sharing some such deep stuff from his childhood, and just giving my time to that. Giving, you know, like I might come across on this, on all my channels, like I don't have much time for people, and it's true. Like in general, I don't have much time for plebery. I don't have any time for plebery. But if someone's willing to open up and do the work, I am there for them. Like, there's no greater purpose, there's no greater honour, there's no greater joy in giving to those people. So that's what I'm about, and that's what I'm doing. And that's why this is working for me. Because your external reflects your internal. Anyway, this is what I talk about on the other channel. It's not really for this channel, but I'm feeling quite emotional after seeing all those buy me coffees and receiving all those messages from my brother in a men's group. If you are interested in a men's group, then drop me an email and I'll send you information. It's super cheap. It's like £10 a week, and they're 3-hour-long sessions. But yeah, it's not about that. It's just incredible. If you're hankering for real connection, if you're hankering for true authenticity, if you're hankering for healing, then that is the place to be. Trust. It's all about trust. How much do you trust yourself? How much do you trust God? How much do you trust the universe? And I feel like this incredible sunset, after everything I've just experienced, everything I've just spoken into, is just like the universe reflecting back, like, things are beautiful, life is beautiful, if you live authentically and live correctly and share it honestly and vulnerably and help people, look at what I'll give you back. And you know, the reason I don't have any time for plebbery is because I can't let it in. It's because I have such a capacity to give, to love, to show compassion, to be there, and an ability through my experience of shadow work to help someone get through their blockages. You know, so much energy goes into that. How can I possibly dilute that energy by giving to people who aren't ready? You know, that's what I'm about. I'm not a dickhead. I'm about the real shiz. Wow. Just wow. So I'm just looking at the donations now, and you know, honestly, it's really not about the amount, just the fact that anyone is willing to donate. I mean, it blows my mind, first of all. But it just, you know, it just means so much to me. Like, some of the messages I've received with these donations as well, acknowledging the purpose of what I'm doing, and, you know, the hard work that I put in. And, you know, that's not me comparing it to somebody who grafts all week on a building site or anything like that. Like, I realise I'm blessed. But, you know, it's not as easy as just making a video. Somebody's donated $200, and they've joined up as a monthly member, I think, for $25. Somebody else has donated $100. And then there's 10s and 20s as well, and they mean just as much. But obviously, just on a practical level, to receive that amount, it's just I can't even really find the words to express how much it means to me. Oh, sorry, I just went into a coughing fit then. So yeah, Rig by Tom, thank you so much. Derek, thank you so much. Stephen, thank you. Wow, thank you. G Sobe, thank you, doesn't feel like enough. Thank you so much, brother. I assume brother, maybe sister. Thank you so much. DLC, thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Moran, thank you so much. Blessings. It's these guys I can hear from the rooftop. I like them though, they always say hello. Not tonight though. The curse of being a YouTuber. Every other time I've walked past it, like, hola! They have a customer, just one, but still, it's a customer buzzing. Honestly, such a shame I had my camera in my pocket. I just walked past a couple of fatiguers, by which I mean a couple, a man and a woman. She was just bitching, and the look on her face, like, oh God, you just can't let them out, can you? They're just awful. It's definitely the women that are the worst. They're just so bad. I heard 5 seconds of the conversation, and I could just feel the whole energy of her and just how awful she was. It's mad. Honestly, it was so stereotypical. It was so similar to what we saw on the plane in this video. I almost ran back, like almost turned around to go past them, like walk really fast, and then twizzle again to film them, which I do quite often. You know, I often do it with libtards who are just completely like zombified, who won't even notice. And also, if they did notice, what they're gonna do? You know, they just got no power, no anything. But with them, it was like, it's gonna be pretty obvious if I do it, and you know, they just kick off. You know, there's no telling what they do. These people stamp on your head for nothing. So yeah, I didn't do it. Sorry guys. It would have been so good. It wasn't worth the old head stomp. I think this is the best looking Mexican man I've seen. Look how good looking he is.
Come on, no,
look at those cheekbones, man. Bloody hell, you make me feel very gay. Thank you. Gracias. I meant jawline, not cheekbones, although I'm sure he has fantastic cheekbones too, but his jawline is that, whoa, chiseled, man! Oof. Might have to have a took when I get home. So as we pass the #1 bar in Mexico, it's probably playing copyrighted music, so we'll end this clip, which is getting more important because I've just hit the magical 4,000 hours watch time. In one part of my YouTube studio, it's acknowledging that and telling me that in my achievements section. But then when I go to apply for monetization, it's saying I have 500 hours watch time. So who knows how long it will take to catch up. But what I was going to say is, if he's wondering, that is my type. That I can feel the love addict in me, which used to be so strong. I used to fall in love 50 times a day. It doesn't get activated very often, but I can feel it, man. I can feel what I mean by the love addict is going into that story of like infatuation, basically. Bloody music. Yeah, going into what ultimately is always a false fantasy. A false fantasy of like, oh, it could work. Which is always completely ridiculous. Even when I'm alright, well, go on, what you doing?
$10.
No, thank you.
My guarantee, si no, it's okay, no money.
I'm not going to give you any money, brother.
3 card.
I'm good, thank you. I don't want to spend any money, thank you. I was going to say, even when there's some compatibility there. But when you're probably 20 years older, or at least 15, fat, and only in Tulum for one more day, and from a completely different culture, probably not going to work. Maybe I could extend my stay into... No, stop it! Stop it! Alright, let's have a little wander through our square, see what football's on tonight. Very LGBT, isn't it? Hopefully they just like colour and they're not falling for all that nonsense. Because, of course, LGB is very different from the T, and it should never ever be mixed together. Oh, there's no football match tonight. Just some kids having fun. Oh, don't film kids, Tom. Oh, you'll be accused of all sorts of things. However, over here we have some basketball, but I don't really care about that. I really care about football, but there's something about it that I can find semi-interesting. Well, interesting's a bit strong, but you know, I can stare at it like a zombie, but I can't even stare at basketball. This music thing is going to be such an issue. I think it's going to stop me earning any money on this channel, certainly as long as I'm in Mexico. I've got no chance. Oh, bloody hell, YouTube, you're so annoying. 9 seconds of music and you take away the whole bloody video and give it to the crappy music creator. What a scam. There were 3 on a bike and the little one said, let's go, Dad, let's go, Dad. Right, I don't think we've been down this street before. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Not really, just more food stands, which I love. You know, there's only so many food stands you can record. Ooh, there's a big lass. We like a big lass. And she's wearing a mask too. Our favourite. A little puppy too, look, hello puppy. Oh, I've not got anything for you, I'm afraid, I'm sorry. You thought I was going to give you some foodies, didn't you? Oh. So I have some green herb news. So often, the best way to meet people, not that I want to meet people, and I'm talking socially here, not even sexual. Well, what I mean is basically using people. I've done this in the past to take you around the city. And the reason you're using them is because, honestly, a very good way of doing it is through the gay dating app, Grindr. If you get somebody who's interested in you and you're like, well, if you show me the city, then maybe something might happen. And then nothing needs to happen. But I was kind of thinking, ooh, I would like a smoke. And I remembered what I just said. And I was like, you know what, the best way to get it for the non-tourist price is the old Grindizzle. Anyway, it worked. I've been offered half an ounce for $600, so that's like $30. Now, I don't know if it's bushweed, I don't know if it's what it is. We've exchanged WhatsApps, and he's going to send me a photo of it, but then he's gone quiet for the last hour. So I'm kind of in this like, ooh, am I going to get a smoke tonight or not kind of situation. And then there's also a part of me that's like, do I even really want one? But then there's also this fleshy, crappy human part of me that's like, yes, I bloody well do. So yes, maybe we'll be getting high tonight, but probably not very high because it's going to be bush crap. The show, I just said, can you do Trickio for YouTube? And he got straight up. See what he's going to do. Alright, he's coming back this way, okay. Let's see what he has in store for us. Da, 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 da. Yeah! Gracias, amigo! Oh yeah! Everyone's going for it now. Wants to show off his stuff. Here we go! Yeah! Oh yeah! Gracias! Woohoo! It's blooming karaoke bar, that's what's causing me problems. The skateboarders seem to be following me. They clearly want to be all over YouTube. More tricks? Gracias.
What is
Very
your
good.
channel in YouTube?
I show you. It's showing all my travels in Mexico. You will be on in 2 days. In 2 days I show the video with you guys, yes? There you go, you're subscribed. Gracias, amigo, gracias. We're shortly going to be walking past the best jawline in Mexico. If I see him, I'm going to ask him if he likes men or women. If he says he likes men, then I'm absolutely fooked. I can already feel, even after 10 years of self-work, I can feel me falling back into that love addict over this one. But it's just lust, that's all it is. But he does have a very nice energy. Oh, maybe he's the one. Anyway, I've decided to treat myself to a Negro. No, sorry, I mean a Negra. I don't usually drink, but I just thought, well, why not? Especially after all those incredible donations. Anyway, oh gosh, oh no, he's out. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't see him and I didn't have to go through this whole... Gosh, oh no, it's not him. Let's see, where is he? Where's the jawline? I've eaten, thank you. Oh, it's probably for the best. Just keep walking, Tom. Keep walking. I love how French bulldogs bounce around. I mean, they are the most ridiculous dogs. This one doesn't look too bad actually. It's got quite long legs and isn't quite so inbred. But the way they bounce around when they want to play is just brilliant. Is that a street dog? I'd be amazed if a Frenchie is a street dog. He's got no collar on. So I realised that it's Tuesday today, not Wednesday. So I do have another day in Tulum, which is a relief, seeing as I've made no travel plans whatsoever. Ooh. These two look like they're being relatively civilised. What's a shock? In Tulum, I think I've seen 5, maybe, yeah, 6. 6 fatiguers and no Muslims. Cracking! Alright guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna have a night with my Negra. Just trying to be funny like. And yeah, I will bid you farewell. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. The retention rate on this channel is amazing. Way better than my others. So yes, it seems that, is that another one? Oh no. I'm not sure actually. Was it a very tan Mexican or a Fatiga? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Please comment, I really enjoy your comments. And yeah, thanks again to those who have donated on buying me a coffee. Amazing. Just amazing, truly amazing. You know, if I'm honest, I've never done it. I think that's why I find it so amazing. I remember Neil McCoy Ward once doing a shout out when he was really struggling with YouTube, just not even demonetizing, just removing all his videos, and he was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm just gonna have to share them on Patreon. He seems to have got around it. Like he said recently, he said he hasn't had any issues for a year now. And that was the first time that I felt a desire to, and had an intention to support a YouTuber. I think the work he does is fantastic. I think the level of, if you don't know Neil McCoy Ward, like the level, it's not like, well, I mean, he gets it for sure, but he does tread carefully, you know, he doesn't just speak out like I do. But the level of detail and the level of research that he does is phenomenal. So yes, yeah, so, you know, I've got close to it before, music. But I've never actually done it. I just think it's incredible that there are people generous enough and willing to do it. Very humbling, and you know, it teaches me a lot about giving and how maybe I should do it a bit more too. Even though, like I said earlier, I do give a lot to people who are ready to really do the work and change their lives. Maybe that's enough. But you know, financially I've always been a bit of a Scrooge. I've got a lot better with it. Yeah, still a bit of a Scrooge, still a bit of a Yorkshireman. So yeah, you're teaching me. Thank you. Look at this little baby lizard. That can only be days old. Oh my man, stop scaring me now. See you later.